How y'all doing? It's been a little bit. Sorry, I just had like a lemon pound cake before this, so like my mouth is a little sticky. Probably was not the best idea to have 11... I'm dying. But yeah, I'm just gonna spend this stream kind of yapping and just like catching up on the weeks of all you guys and catching you guys up on my week. Hopefully my audio is fine. I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks. It's been 4 hours. Well, yeah, because you showed up to the test stream. I don't know why you did that. I mean, it was helpful. I learned that like the plugin is like super janky without Stream Elements because Stream Elements is a piece of shit and they fucking integrated everything exterior with YouTube with it. It's so bad. So I guess I should just like open up on the discuss. Also, I haven't updated this playlist since like February, so it's just gonna be the same like 5 songs on loop. Well, glad to hear you just saw and joined. Yeah, there's something special coming around the end of this month. You'll have to wait to see. There will be an announcement when it happens. I bookmarked a Twitter thing to reply to. So it'll mainly be a Twitter event, the bit that is oncoming. Go a while without streaming and rarely amass an interesting amount of views. I mean, like... How you doing, Drake? Oh, I gotta make my social post. I always fucking forget that. I'm so fucking stupid. I'm literally like the dumbest person ever. Don't fucking ask me, you piece of shit software. At Nightcrawlers. And I'm gonna drop the link. There we go. And let me just post all... oh yeah, I didn't even post my schedule on Blue Sky. Honestly, I've been using Blue Sky less and less just because, like, it's so fucking difficult to interact with. Night crawlers, because we crawl over you at night? No, I did not consent to you climbing all over me. What the fuck? You guys aren't fucking roaches. What do you even talk about? You guys want to be fucking roaches? You want to be fucking silverfish eating away the glue in books? You want to be fucking aphids all over the fucking sugar cane? Okay, I've come back. I dealt with some shit as I posted on my Fluxer. I've come back with violence. I need someone to bully. And you guys are accessible. The reason why children get bullied is because they're so easy to bully. I mean, fight back, loser. If you didn't want to get bullied, just fight me. Stab me outside the parking lot. Do it, you won't, no balls. Okay, I think... Dreamcore, chill. There are other people here. You're all right. You're all right. Just there are other people here. Be aware of that. I don't personally get bothered by it, but like, you know. It was for the bit, don't worry. Sure, sure. But, yeah, we're gonna be, so some of the stuff that I did, well, let's just, like, discuss some fucking news that's going on. First Descendant. I forget what First Descendant is. Oh, that's the porn Destiny. Destiny for Gooners. It's not actually porn, but, like, yeah, it's Destiny for Gooners. That's all I know about that game. The first multiplayer MMO shooter with one-handed controls. It doesn't actually, but that falls in line with the type of game it would be. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'll talk about Gameaverse because I have a lot to say about it, but I'll get to that later. That's content for later. So first, big announcement. I'm looking for another tipping service because Stream Elements is being acquired by a new company at some point. We don't know who yet. We just know they are in talks right now. And Stream Elements was a really popular thing that a lot of VTubers used because you could set up, like, whole setups that were less taxing on your PC. I didn't know that because it didn't really work well with YouTube, so I hardly used any of the features on Stream Elements. Even though it's, like, the only option for YouTube, it works like dog shit on YouTube. Because there are just so many features that YouTube has that interferes with it. But, yeah, I think that, I think it's, in this day and age, we're good to be wary and look for substitutions. I think it's good that people are coming to the conclusion that Stream Elements just won't be around anymore and acting as though it won't. It's honestly the best move. There are a lot of alternatives. It's just they're broken up into multiple programs. But, yeah, there's a lot of... it's... I think it's because their, like, sponsorship program wasn't making nearly enough money, and then they invested so much in it. And their financials came out, and they weren't exactly spending money very smartly. It was honestly just, like, a mess overall. A real dastardly situation. But, yeah, finances in general are just hell. I mean, yeah, I commission people, so of course I would know that. Oh yeah, there's 2 new thumbnails that I got commissioned. I got them back. But, you'll be seeing those soon after my Bloodborne and my Expedition 33 playthrough, come back. And let me say, they're both what I would call absolute cinema games. One of them for a more literal reason, and the other for the intended purpose of the meme. I don't want to spoil them yet, because I just want to drop the thumbnails and just, like, fucking surprise y'all. Or, like, make, like, an announcement or whatever. And they're both very exciting games. I do have to, like, test one of them, because I'm unsure how well it will run. But the other is fine, because it's on console. We're also gonna be, I have some plans for some stuff. I found an artist that I might want to do something, relating to the things they make. I think it would be fun and interesting. I I also have a collab that I'm in the middle of planning next month. It's going to be a 4-person collab if we can do it. But yeah. So one thing I didn't mention on stream was just regarding the Kletka stream that I did. Unfortunately, I won't be playing Kletka any further because it did give me a bit of nausea. So I'll be looking for other games to play, which I think Repo will cause the same issues because of how it like Repo and what's it called? Lethal Company. I think they're all gonna like cause the same issues for me, so I just don't think I can play those games. Because like I have bad tinnitus, so like certain frequencies of sound just cause like migraines. And there is like it was something with the graphics. I don't know. Repo would have been. Does Repo have a similar rendering style to Lethal Company and Kletka? Hold on, I've actually like never seen like Repo footage because I've never been interested in playing it. Like outside of content, oh shit. Maybe I could deal with Repo. I'm not sure. I'd have to play it. But with how heavily they're advertising the cosmetics in the opening trailer, I think that's a huge turnoff. I've never been into cosmetics in games. Like, anyone watching my Expedition 33 playthrough sees how disappointed I get whenever I get a cosmetic reward. Because I don't put cosmetics on the characters. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm just gonna, like, play around with it a little bit and see if I can get a refund if I have those problems. But I didn't really have any problems with Kletka until, like, the 4-hour mark. Well, no, it was closer to probably, like, 3-hour mark. Yeah, like, I couldn't do more than 3 hours of that game. And it seemed fun. Like, I liked all the features in it. I just didn't, like... Oh, I gotta adjust myself a little bit. There we go. There we go. I was the wrong size. I was too small. I was just a little guy. But yeah, and I do plan on collaborating with Tomu again sometime, because they seem really cool. I need more British friends. Currently, I'm quite biased. I only have the Irish person I'm in contact with. Well, and there's also a British person, but like, no one likes that British person. We all shit on them. Not Tomu though. Tomu's cool. I don't know if I'm gonna go back and do the Path of Pain in Silksong. I feel a lot less, I might do it as, like, a goal later on. Like, do both Path of Pains. In, like, a live stream or something. Oh, I could do that. Oh, I want to do charity streams in the future. I could do that as a charity stream. Both Path of Pains. Rage Sadness stream. Well, actually, so I think the vibe when I was doing Silksong's Path of Pain, even for the little bit I was doing it, was a lot better. Because people were kind of assholes about it when I was doing White Palace in Hollow Knight, which really, like, impacted the vibe. Because, like, apparently people can't understand that you can be bad at platformers. They just think because you got there, you're excellent at platformers and you're a god at Hollow Knight, and it's like, no. I struggled to get here. But, yeah, I have a lot of plans for streams. It's just, I want to make sure they're viable for the thing they're trying to do. And without, like, a decent-sized audience there, like, it feels like kind of a waste to put in all that effort. So you guys have to put in the work to show up. If I'm confident that I'll have enough people to do it, I'll do it. Yeah, that dude, I think I fucking banned him. I don't even recall. Like, he's never shown up to another stream since, so he was just there to gloat about his White Palace runs, which, I'm sorry, seeing the Pale King does not get you bitches. That's not how that works. Now, Grohl the Great, though, that pulls you bitches. And bitches is a gender-neutral term. Don't think otherwise. I was just talking about, like, some stuff with the channel. But, yeah, I do plan on going into, there's some other things I want to get for the channel. I want to get custom alerts at some point, but, those are a bit expensive. Especially for, like, cool ones that do stuff and are custom. I have an idea for, like, an egregiously expensive purchase for just one fucking alert. It's, like, unreasonable. It's like a $400 alert concept, but it would be really funny. I would have to find other excuses to use the thing I would buy for it, but the concept of that is just... I don't want to spoil it, because I do want it to be, like, a surprise if I do go through with it. That's future goals. I'm financially viable goals. The alert itself would not cost $500. It's the materials I would need to make it, if that makes sense. There is a core ingredient that I would require. I wonder if people do commissions for that. I'll have to look on VGen. I get to be as cryptic as I want. I'm the monarch of vague posting. I started my career on vague posting. Just look at the first post on my YouTube, or my Twitter. It's all vague posting. But, yeah, in other news, the other thing I have in the thumbnail, y'all hear about that fucking party animal shit? That shit's the funniest thing ever. You want to watch a fucking company burn in 24 hours? It was literally like the occasion of the whole fucking marketing team got together and were like, hey, you want to set fire to the building?
Yeah, I think setting fire to the building today would be pretty dope. The figures say our stocks would rise 300 points if we set fire to the building.
Fucking okay, so for anyone who doesn't know about the fucking party animal shit, so I have to pull up the precise wording because I want to read it. It's so fucking, it's so, it feeds my fucking soul. Okay, so we gotta go over the whole situation. I gotta pull this fucking up on Twitter. Hold on. Yes, we're gonna be talking about it later today. Okay, yeah, I've seen it. Where's my window capture? Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, so first, Party Animals AI video contest is about to begin. What wild ideas have you had for Party Animals? Join the Golden Paw Awards now. Party Animals' first AI video contest. A short film you've been dreaming of making. A story that breaks all the rules. A character tribute to your favorite beast. In the past, ideas like these could only exist in your head. Now, with AI, they can finally have a chance to become reality. Love seeing Ross as the top post. So, next up, we have, hi everyone. Get your ukuleles out. Wait. Hi everyone. Wait, sorry, I have to do it correctly. Hi everyone. We'd like to address the recent discussion around the AI video contest. And first of all, we're sorry for upsetting players with this event. We're also sorry that we didn't communicate with everyone clearly enough before the event started. Our goal was to lower the barrier to creation. In past contests, we saw players with great ideas and scripts who couldn't fully bring them to life because they weren't familiar with tools like editing, modeling, or animation software. We hoped AI could be a more accessible tool that lets more players take part. That said, we understand the concerns around AI content. We're not trying to dismiss handmade work or disrespect creators. To us, AI is just another tool. What we truly care about is the idea, the expression, and the final work. Okay. We'd like to leave the next step up to the community. Please vote on what we should do. Cancel the... Jesus Christ, it's so bad. They're doing a good job. But, so, okay, so this is a example in the corporate illusion of choice, by the way. Cancel the AI video contest. Cool. That's the correct response. That should not have been an option. It should have been the response. Change it to a non-AI creation contest. Well, no one wants to do that because you already made it an AI creation contest. 3. Keep the AI category and add a separate handmade category, which is them trying to have their cake and eat it too. If you have another suggestion outside of these 3 options, please feel free to share it as well. Thank you. Also, this peak Poe art that someone initially wanted to commission but just got it made for free. And then the final part, part 3. Dear party animal players, regarding the controversy surrounding the recent Golden Paw Awards AI video contest, we would like to offer our deepest apologies to all of our players who expressed concern, shared criticism, and voiced their opinions, especially our creator community. Following our announcement of this event, we received a significant amount of negative feedback. We've read through your comments and opinions one by one. We must admit that our consideration of the event's conception was insufficient. The design was inadequately thought through, and our communication with the community was not up to par. Even though our original intention was to encourage more diverse forms of creative expression and lower the barrier to entry, allowing more players who love Animal Party to participate, we had mistakenly tied lowering the barrier together with using AI. In doing so, we overlooked the potential offense and harm that the ongoing debate surrounding AI-generated content would cause to our players and creator community. We feel deeply uneasy and apologetic to this, and we sincerely accept the criticism. After carefully considering voices from all sides, we held a vote across our major platforms regarding whether the event should proceed. Based on your feedback and our own internal review and reflection, we've made the following decision. Effective immediately, the Golden Paw Awards event is officially canceled. To the players who were troubled, disappointed, or offended by this situation, we would once again express our sincerest apologies. For every player who voiced criticism, participated in the vote, and pushed us to reevaluate this issue, we would like to express our most sincere gratitude. Moving forward, we'll approach related topics with a much more humble and cautious attitude. Before launching any community creation events, we pledge to communicate thoroughly, listen earnestly to your feedback, and ensure we've reached a community consensus before deciding whether to go ahead. Additionally, we'll continue to collect, organize, and act upon player feedback regarding gameplay mechanics and other areas, because people are still playing our game, right, guys? Right? We hereby promise to listen more closely to our players, respect your voices, and maintain a tighter line of communication with the community. The Party Animals team. So let's shit all over this response. So I'm not normally the type to like dunk, but when it's a company and with this type of response, I fucking love it. I live for this shit. So, where's the first fuck up? So, expressed concern, shared criticism, and voiced their opinions. Shit on you for making a stupid decision. That's corporate speak for that. We received a significant amount of regular feedback. Yeah, communication with the community was not up to par. No, you just didn't fucking care. Even though our original intention was to encourage mistakenly tied... Yeah, this is an argument that's been available for literally like 3 years now. You have no excuse to have this stance. So that's just covering your ass. Overlooked the potential offense and harm that the ongoing debate surrounding AI-generated content would cause with our players and creator community. Now, that's a very interesting choice of phrasing because it completely deflects the blame off of them to, we're sorry that you felt that way. It's literally that. It's literally, we're sorry you felt that way. It's genuinely so fucking funny. And we're deeply uneasy and apologetic about this. We sincerely accept the criticism. Well, we didn't care if you accepted it. You had already fucking burnt the bridge. Like, okay, let me... This happened 5 days after they said they would consider canceling it. And it took them 2 days to write a proper response about, hey, we're using fucking AI. Yeah. Sup, gamer? Oh, we're fucking roasting party animals right now. The fucking dead company. What company is it? What fucking company is this? Recreate games, yeah. Which, by the way, the recent reviewers are back to overwhelmingly negative, but the game was at mixed, because the game got review bombed to shit. But this 8% is chuds. You expected that because they were going to be on... Yeah, you expect the 8% because fucking AI chuds are on X. They'd like to call it X. I still fucking call it Twitter because that's what it fucking is. I still call it tweets. I still call it a retweet because what the fuck? No. I don't even know what he changed it to being called. Sorry about that. I had to check something. But, yeah, so... Let me go back to the... Oh, yeah, where were we? Yeah, after carefully considering voices from all sides, that's some, like... That's such, like, tone-deaf speech. How you doing, bruh? This is such tone-deaf speech. Like, after carefully considering the voices from all sides, we held a vote. No, all the voices were, "You're fucking stupid, stop." And I feel bad for the person who runs the social media, because they weren't responsible for any of this. It was definitely fucking corporate. Oh, how can you make I commission this? Wasabi Studio.
I'll go grab a plate.
Oh, I was just answering Bro's question about chat widgets. But, yeah, the players who were troubled, to play every player who voiced criticism, we expect the most... we're just gonna be yapping. No game. And moving forward, we'll approach related topics with a much more humble and cautious attitude. Now, this was the death nail. I think everyone just gave up. Well, everyone gave up earlier, but, like, this is, oh, we're not going to change. We're just going to be sneakier about it. We're just not going to, we're going to accept AI content, but not disclose. All right, see you, Dark Lord. But yeah, this is literally, they're gonna run more art contests in the future and, like, fully accept AI stuff. They're never gonna specify. Yep, there's Twitch 2 now, too. Sounds like a soul. Oh, did the emote show up? Oh, good, the emote showed up. Sentence cut off? Oh, okay. Oh, have you heard about the have you heard about the tragedy of Darth Party Animals, the Wise? Oh, you don't know about this? Do you not know? Do they know? Well, I just went over the whole thing in detail. But long story short, party animals. If you're familiar with, like, Gang Beast or a game like games like that, where it's like you're a little guy and you got, like, ragdoll physics. It's like a ragdoll fighting game. Well, it's... Yeah, so they held a the Golden Paw Awards, which was an expressed AI-generated video contest. Nah, Gang Beast was way better than this game, even when this game came out. And then, 2 days later, in reaction to the backlash, they posted a poll instead of just canceling it. And then 5 days after the poll, they decided to cancel it. It took them 10 days to cancel a fucking AI contest. Like, dog, this isn't the this isn't the Disney company. Bureaucracy does not move that slow. They were obviously dragging their feet on this. This is a fucking shitty little indie studio. Well, like, AA studio. I don't think they're indie. Let me check. They've only worked on Party Animals. Yeah, it's insane. They like fucking... Sucks to be them, I guess. Nah. Nah, I'm out here fucking... fucking getting the white phosphorus out. I'm watching this fire excitedly. So, somebody get Roy Mustang over here. Got a job. Not quite the right sin, but you know. But yeah, this was the funniest shit ever. I love this so much. Just watching this as a developing situation is so funny. But yeah, like Party Animals is... I did a dramatic reading earlier. I'm probably gonna release the dramatic reading as a separate video on the channel. Because that shouldn't be too hard to edit. And I haven't really... I'm not very good at editing. Look forward to check it out. I might I might do the one from the stream, but I might make a separate one. Just so I can have like really crisp audio. And also keep myself from fucking laughing during it. It's so fucking funny. Fuck, I gotta get myself like a dollar store ukulele so I can play that while I'm doing it. Just fucking play Toxic Gossip Train in the background. But, yeah. $1 ukulele? Yeah, they're made of like fucking they're made of like fucking condensed microplastics. I can't wait to have my fucking asbestos guitar. With my uranium-3 laced strings. I don't think uranium-3... I don't think uranium-3 exists. I just made that up. Fucking fiberglass. Minerals. I need fucking straight fucking cinnabar in my lungs. I need fucking pyrite under my skin. I require mica instead of fingernails. I need diamonds shoved directly into my eyes. Yeah, I didn't watch anything... What is regular show Lost Tapes on? I don't even know if I have that streaming service. I basically only have YouTube Premium and Crunchyroll. Well, and FF14. Those are like my only subscriptions. But, yeah. Sail the seven seas. Dog, it's so inconvenient to pirate now. But piracy is actually, like, extremely difficult. Because, like, every fucking piracy website is, like, filled to the teeth with fucking... You won't last 5 minutes. Type fucking ads. And you can't click anywhere without, like, seeing some fucking disgusting ass, like... AI ass just fucking stretch and turn into mush. I swear, like, half of those ads, that because AI is very bad at fluids, like, it's like... The way AI-generated content does come is it just, like, melts everything. It just turns you into a fucking slime. I don't know. Nah, that shit's not like milk. That shit's like The Thing. The John Carpenter's The Thing. Ad blockers are not as good as they used to be. I've gone through so many ad blockers, and they're so bad at doing their job now. uBlock, nah, not really. I use Firefox. Is uBlock Firefox? Yeah, I'm just like I've used a lot of ad blockers and it doesn't help. But yeah, like fucking dog, new AI porn ads are like actually genuinely like one of the worst things ever. They're like fucking surrealist with how fucking bad they are. Also, the websites are like dog shit. Like, they're just so... The UX is terrible. You can tell they vibe coded those fucking websites because they're impossible to navigate. You can't even do what you want to do. Too much dopamine to exert. I mean, the thing is, like, the fucking... Like, AI has made all the worst industries worse, and all functional industries non-functional. It's so bad. It's really, really bad. Like, dog, I just want to fucking Google something. Remember when Google let you search things? Unironically, like, Reddit has replaced Google in so many ways. You just fucking Google something, and then you click on the first Reddit thing you see, and it's usually the correct answer. It's why Reddit's like the top result for everything. Because everyone just fucking goes to Reddit now. From some user, like 12 years. Yeah, that is true. I've gone to so many things and it's like post from 8 years ago. Post from before half of the internet was born. Oh fuck, I gotta close this thing. You don't need to see my data. You don't need to see my analytics. Driver random Reddit comment. Yeah. I had to do a full factory reset on my PC because I was having a bunch of issues. And then like I realized that I fixed a lot of the issues, but I hadn't plugged in my fucking my GPU fully. I only had one port instead of two. So I yeah. Like, my PC kept crashing whenever I played Final Fantasy XIV, because it would, like, overheat my GPU because it couldn't draw enough power. But now it's a lot better. No, so... How you doing, Lumiere's strongest soldier? Going to dinner in 20 minutes. Well, congrats. What you gonna eat? 30, okay. Yummer. Chimkin. Only got home from work recently. Yeah. So I actually... Damn, like, my streams actually catch you at a really good time. Yeah, you're kind of locked in for all my times. Speaking of yummers, have you seen the fucking... I haven't watched The Boys, but I've seen the discourse surrounding the latest season. And, bro, Chuds are so mad. They're so mad their hero. He's fallen from grace. You know, the racist fucking, like, breast milk fetish loser who happened to have superpowers so he could do whatever he wanted. Like, Homelander has been a loser for, like, 2 seasons. Like, just openly a loser for, like, 2 seasons. Oh, yeah, it's just yapping. Well, The Boys was not a good comic. That's the problem. Oh, yeah, you could definitely take Homelander now. You could beat his ass. He has become the coughing baby. A coughing baby could beat him now. You don't even need a fucking hydrogen bomb to take him in the latest season. Yeah, he always has been, that's the thing. Because, like, so The Boys is a terrible comic, by the way. When I had watched the first 2 seasons, I was like, oh, I might want to pick up the source material. And, oh my god. It's so bad. The Boys is, like, actually genuinely one of the worst comics I've ever fucking read. So, like, if you're interested in it, just watch the show. Trust me. Trust me, the show is infinitely better, even at its worst, than the fucking comic. No, it's not an edgy teen comic. Because an edgy teen comic would at least be having a little fun with its idea. The Boys takes itself so fucking seriously. It plays everything so dead serious. The show has way more comedy than the original. The comic is just fucking trigger warnings, by the way. Like, I actually don't recommend you read that also it because of that as well. Just to give you a taste of how it goes, there's like a countless amount of sexual assaults in it. Like, that's like half the fucking comic. There are so many plot points that revolve around it. And it's so disrespectful to everyone involved. Yeah, it's fucking really bad. Like, The Boys is kind of the worst it's ever been. It's actually an insult to the concept of art that people compare it to Invincible. There are very surface level comparisons. Well, yeah, because if you beat up the perpetrator, then it fixes all the issues. If you kill the guy, then it stops the systems that cause it to happen. Isn't that right? Oh, SAO's bad too. Yeah. Okay, the animation... Okay. I have to actually address Invincible and my thoughts on it. I think Invincible is fine. For everyone saying Invincible has bad animation, you haven't watched seasonal isekai, have you? You haven't watched the fucking slop that had been put out during the lowest points of Cartoon Network. You have not lived through the trenches like I have. No. The 2000s. See, the 2000s had carryovers from cell animation. People still had to care. Well, more money... Okay, so... Shit-talking shows. Yeah, we're... We will get to more positivity later. But yeah, we're shit-talking... I guess Amazon Prime right now. They can't fucking kill me. I'm not monetized yet. The 70s... Okay, well, the 70s era was very much like shit to sell toys. I don't even really consider them cartoons. So the fight scenes in Invincible, a lot of them are very well done. Especially the, no spoilers, second conquest fight. I am normally not, I'm normally able to handle gore very well, but the way it was presented in that scene was excellent direction. I think that Invincible Season 4 has some really standout scenes. I think there is a lot of... The initial... So this most recent season is where the glaring issues with its stylization pop up. I think the stylization in Invincible it starts to fail it immensely in Season 4. And this is mainly due to the fact that, like, for the sake of producing a more smoothly produced show that can come out once a year, they have to make sacrifices. And they also have to pay their animators, which is not a concern in Japan. And I understand you cannot compare Japanese animation to English animation now. They're entirely different beasts with entirely different industries. Well, it's not really the time crunch. Like, you can tell they had enough time to make everything. They did. Because if you understand the animation pipeline, they were actually working on that season for 2 years. They weren't animating it for 2 years, but they'd been working on it for 2 years. So, like, at least 2 years. Usually 3. And they had a lot of time in between seasons 2 and 3. They had, I believe, a 3-year break. So they probably were doing some stuff with restructuring and making sure they could streamline the pipeline a bit better. Because the biggest holdups for an animated show are...
Yeah, were you eating?
But yeah, they had a lot of time. But I think that they did fights justice. There were a couple fights that just were not very good, and it's because they're not plot important. Like, anything that had, like, a significant plot significance or was a major event from the comics, that got the respect it deserved. But sometimes you just need filler fights, and that's fine. I've seen my good share of filler fights. I have not watched One Piece, but I can tell that show is like 90% filler fights. Well, that's how it is. Like, so Western animation has a very different approach than Japanese animation. Western animation is more about it's more about efficiency of information, whereas Eastern animation tends to be more about the communication of cohesion. Like, it's for a Japanese show, it's much better to just not animate something if it would save your team time to animate the flashier thing. Because like, anime specifically, and the movement that it started was very much about, like, artistic expression. Whereas in the West, it was very much about being a medium to communicate. Like, animators typically used animation because, like, it was easier to reproduce for the type of show they wanted to make, more so than, like, a specific artistic vision a lot of the time. Like, Hanna-Barbera cartoons are the best example of this. Like, making a show like Scooby-Doo in live action would be so fucking expensive. But in animation, you can just fucking, like, crank out the same shit and keep reusing frames all the time. It's more about a tool of efficiency rather than a medium for artistic expression. And, you know, like, obviously anime now is very corporate. We get our fucking I got hit by a car so hard I jizzed my pants in the other world. I can't believe my sister is a laser broadsword. But yeah, like, back to the topic at hand. Invincible. I don't really know what Invincible can do that's not gonna just make me pick up the comics, honestly. Like, the show was serving its purpose, but honestly, seeing how they did Thrag's character design so dirty in season 4, like, he looks like a fucking baby. He looks like a muscly baby. I couldn't fucking believe how fucking infantile he looked in the face. But, yeah. Judge Holden, if he was less menacing. Way less, yeah. I just kept remembering seeing the fucking fan art of him, like, fucking, like, crying and pissing himself. And the "he has me," fucking panel didn't make anything better. But, oh, yeah! Oh, no, I was talking about, the fucking Thrag fan art. The Thrag fan, well, the Thrag panel. Oh, no, you're good. 20 lashings. But, I'm just playing with, like, a little fucking thing in my hands. But, yeah, fucking JoJo's Steel Ball Run. Who's ready to wait a year and a half for it to come out? Okay, Toby, don't be weird. I can't tell if you're enjoying it or not. So JoJo's Steel Ball Run, they didn't pause it. They're just taking like 3 months to animate each episode. No, episode 1 looks incredible. Yeah, it's gonna take like 3 months on average to animate each episode of Steel Ball Run. Because they're breaking it up into parts of the race. I can't wait till we have JoJo seasons. No, it's not sloppy execution, it's just poor management. But... like, literally, we're gonna get seasonal JoJo. No, it's not a new season of JoJo we get every season. It's a new episode. I can't wait till I can collect Social Security and retirement when Steel Ball Run finishes. I can't wait to be Joseph Joestar by the time Steel Ball Run finishes. Toby Latsky, how you doing? Thanks for showing up on Twitch, by the way. Yeah, I knew. I knew from the T. Fucking Araki better get in contact with me. I need that fucking stone mask. I'm not gonna age out of Steel Ball Run. Steel Ball Run is my favorite JoJo part, by the way. It's so good. We better get the fucking pasta song. If we don't get the pasta song, I'm gonna fucking fly up to David Studios. The pasta song is integral to JoJo's plot. Oh, part 1's pretty rough, man. Part 1 is the roughest in the manga. I actually genuinely... So this may be heresy. I actually suggest people skip the part 2. People need to skip to part 2. If you don't skip to part 2 immediately, you're the type of person who likes cock and ball torture. Part 1's fucking rough. Read a wiki on part 1. Actually, just watch episode 3 of part 1, where Speedwagon gets introduced, and then just watch the Speedwagon scene, and then just stop. No, Dio's great. Watch the first 3 episodes of part 1, and then just never fucking watch part 1 again. Skip to part 2 immediately. Because I don't want to watch fucking the most boring shit in the world. He redid the part 1 manga, and it is, like, better, but not worth watching, honestly. And Dio's better in part 3 anyway. Dio's the fucking greatest. He's the greatest villain because he's just such an unabashed piece of shit. Griffith and him are in like a fucking battle for the worst of all time. Not even like the worst anime antagonist, just the worst antagonists ever. They're such fucking like horrible people. Oh yeah, I recommend the anime. For the most part, I think you can go either way on part 6 for the anime or manga. Personally, I'm a fucking sicko, so my preferred method is reading the manga with the soundtrack from the season playing in the background for the respective scene. Because I'm a fucking freak. Oh, you think it's a shit ton of text? You think that's a shit ton of text? Hold up, I need to fucking... I need to prove a point. Alright, goodbye. Alright. Hold up. Where is it? Look at this shit. Look at this. No, this is fucking... This is Hunter x Hunter. This is the most recent chapters of Hunter x Hunter. Do you realize what being a Hunter x Hunter fan is now? I fucking lost my mind when I saw this page. Togashi just needs to fucking write a book. I'm sorry. I can't even. No, here's the thing. Hunter x Hunter's The latest chapters have not been adapted. The final chapters that were adapted were the Chimera Ant arc. There's like 50 chapters that don't have animation. Maybe even more. And all the shit in the Dark Continent arc is so fucking cool. But, like, bro releases a chapter, like, once a year. Yeah, most recent Hunter x Hunter chapter. So, if you don't know about Hunter x Hunter, Togashi is bad at art. Should I rather read at all? What? So I should read rather not read at all, or read what? What? But, so Togashi is not good at art. He has a secondary artist. Should I read or not read at all? Or are you talking about fucking Hunter x Hunter? What are you talking about? You have to specify. I have fucking... I have a fast-moving brain. I'm just gonna move between topics really quickly. JoJo. Yes, read JoJo. You can technically start at part 7. It was intended to be made so you could technically start at part 7. But don't. Because Araki is huffing his own shit too much, so he doesn't know what a normal story looks like anymore. Alright, I'll see you, Lumiere's strongest soldier. But, yeah, let's fucking... Let's get into Gameaverse. Let's start talking about that. We've yapped enough. It's time to get into the real meat. So, it's not because you're leaving, Lumiere. But, Lumiere's strongest soldier is... I mean, fucking Gameaverse. I fucking... Freudian slip. So, Gameaverse, before we talk about it, we have to talk about the fucking elephant in the room, which is people fucking being insane. So, if you're unfamiliar with Gameaverse, it's a series, the latest animated series by Glitch, who's an indie production studio. And this is their second, forgot Knights of Guinevere, fully 2D animated project. And the pilot came out. Let me double check the views on it real quick. 14 million views with an 8 million view trailer. Quite normal, no? Well, this is exceptionally weird insanity. So Amazing Digital Circus is ending. It technically has ended already. The last episode is not out on YouTube yet, but technically it's over. They had the theater premiere and all that, and people have already leaked the ending online. But now that Amazing Digital Circus fans have no show, they will latch on to anything that Glitch makes. And the next thing coming down the pipeline is Gameaverse. Which Gameaverse, just a little bit of context into its creation. It's made by Ross O'Donovan, who is best known for being the Mario Maker troll. No, I'm just fucking kidding. He has an extended career on on Newgrounds is where he got his start in animation, and then he joined Game Grumps under the Steam Train show, which he did with Daniel Avedon. And he occasionally showed up on other guest Grump stuff. Game Grump stuff. And he's been working on getting Gameaverse made into a show for 13 years. So if you track that back, that's since 2013. Which, knowing that context, if you watch Gameaverse, it will explain a lot about Gameaverse. This is a Newgrounds-ass show. Which a lot of people... There is a good number of Amazing Digital Circus fans who probably weren't even alive when Ross was still making animations on Newgrounds. There is a chance that some of the people watching this show weren't alive when the pilot was made. Which is... Just let that sink in. Well, okay, let me clarify. There was a working, like, test animation that existed, and was updated over time. Now, there is another version of Gameaverse that exists that's very different than the current version we have now, which is a set of shorts that Ross uploaded to his Newgrounds and YouTube. And they're not that great. I'm gonna be honest. They weren't exactly the peak of anything at the time. But they were there. They were good for stuff you could find on Newgrounds, for the most part. Newgrounds has a lot of dog shit. Newgrounds has a lot of peak, and like everything everyone remembers from Newgrounds, you're forgetting the 99% of shit on Newgrounds that was awful. But yeah, so Gameaverse, to sum it up, is has its pilot, which will serve as episode 1. A lot of people don't understand Glitch's process. In all of their pilots are episode 1. I don't know why people are making the claim that there's going to be another episode 1. It's fucking stupid. Literally every single pilot they've ever released is episode 1. At least for the past couple years. They've maybe made a couple like in the beginning that were pilots, but like Murder Drones and stuff. I haven't watched Murder Drones. I've heard it's just okay. I've heard it's very pretty to look at, but other than that. But I've watched the most recent Glitch pilots, and I've watched the entirety of Digital Circus. That's actually the first show I properly watched on Glitch, and then I tried watching Murder Drones and fucking died. Everything since Murder Drones has been very good. But, yeah. So, fuck, I'm rambling so much. So back to the fucking initial topic I was talking about, which is fucking the Gameaverse controversy. So let's fucking go over each of them. So we got the first one, which is show bad, which a lot of the show bad opinions are not very like valid opinions. Oh no, it's fine. A lot of the show bad opinions are not very like structured and really opinions. Like they're more just points. A lot of people have problems with the voice direction of Aaron Hansen specifically, which people always have a problem with Aaron Hansen and how he chooses to do voice acting. And I wouldn't mind some different voices for some of the characters, but I think they fit what they're intended to do. Flappers is going to grate on me very quickly. I'm hoping Flappers does not get that many speaking lines in later episodes. because the flapper's voice works for like a joke. Like maybe 20 seconds of jokes. Any longer than that, and it's going to get a little grating. So I think there might need to, like, I understand that's the intent of the character, but they're a main cast member, so that's maybe not the wisest choice. Now, Gobbles, which transitions very nicely into another controversy, which is like hilariously bad faith, but I'll get into that. Gobbles is the Learnosaurus. His power is that he can learn, which led to a lot of very funny JJK jokes of nah, he'd learn. He can outpower scale anyone because he can learn. And he's a fun character. I think his voice works. A lot of critiques of that character boil down to people choppy at times. Well, the thing is, a lot of these characters are going to be generally generic, and it's because they're based on like 90s video game mascots. Just found out I live under a mountain. Well, apparently Ross has said you can't watch Gameaverse unless you've beat Super Mario Maker. I'll do it later out of spite, but if you've beat Super Rubber Ross World, you're allowed to watch Gameaverse. That's what he said. You can't be a fan unless you've beat it. But yeah, they're all based on like 90s characters. So like their designs are going to be relatively simple because they're meant to be translated to pixel art. Like, don't expect fucking extremely complex designs out of this. Critiquing like Kit as generic is a valid critique, but that's also calling Mega Man generic. Because she's just Catgirl Mega Man. Like, that's literally what she is. So, yeah. But, oh yeah, so, on the note of Gobbles, so... The dumbest fucking controversy of all time that is the most bad faith, I just want to have a reason to be mad bullshit ever. So I need to look up the name. the name of this individual. Where's this fucking... Okay, I can't find the original controversy, like the specific word of it. But... people thought he was named after the lead Nazi propagandist for literally no reason. You know, Gobbles, a thing that a Tyrannosaurus in a children's game would be called, because it has a big mouth. Literally such a nothing. Yeah, there were actually people arguing that. Which is crazy to me. Like, that's just malicious for no reason. You can hate a show, but, like, what fucking brings you to, like, what? What do you even fucking mean? So, that was a dumbass fucking controversy. And then there is the tweet that everyone has been hating on it. Yeah, it's Gobbles. Yes. It's not Goebbels, I believe the name is of the propagandist was. Yeah, he's Gobbles, absolutely. They I'm sure Ross wasn't even thinking of that fucking comparison. I'm sure no one was, because certainly wasn't. I felt like I was losing my mind when I saw people tweeting about that. I felt like I was fucking insane. I thought someone slipped something into my drink. Because that's such, like, a nothing... Like, that manifests from nothing. That's... That is an ethereal controversy. That is a controversy based on the wish, on a wish spell from D&D. Like, they gave the 25,000 worth of diamonds to stretch the capabilities of that wish spell. That that's some fucking shit that could only be manifested by Luffy in Gear 5. Like, what are we even talking about? Bro. When you get a 100 on your deception check. But, like... But aside from that, manifesting from literally nowhere... There's also the controversy of, which is actually, like, a discussion that does need to happen, but it can't happen without, like, understanding some core elements of why the argument you're having is failed to begin with. A lot of people are upset about the lack of, female body types in, Gameverse. Now, granted, we have only seen, like, 6, maybe 8 women on screen total. The cast is mostly male. But there is, like, a lot of... The two main characters you see have the, like, quote-unquote standard hourglass figure. And honestly, I don't fucking care that much. Like, the show obviously had a lot of women working on it. You can just look at the cast list, at the crew list. Like, someone would have brought it up. And I expect to see a fighting game / beat 'em up episode where we're going to see more diverse body types, because that is a staple of that genre. Like, more diverse body types are common in the fighting game genre. Especially with Ross being as much of a fucking, like, Dragon Ball freak. He's played a lot of fighting games, probably not successfully, as most fighting game players are. But, yeah, like, I'd love to see it, too. Like, I wouldn't be upset to see more diverse body types in the show. But also, it's made by Newgrounds people, guys. These people draw porn so much. They knew what they were doing. How you doing, mobile player? We're just discussing Gameaverse. I had to drink a drink of water. But yeah, I'd love to see more diverse body types in the show. I'm obviously not opposed to that.
Don't forget your nut.
But also, like, guys, it's fun. It's a pilot. I mean, it's just episode 1, like...
One second.
Sorry, I have to do something real quick. Alright, I fucking dropped something. I spilled something because I was playing around with a fucking air blower that I have. I was just fidgeting. And I accidentally fidgeted too hard. But yeah, I'd love to see more diverse body types in Gameaverse. And, like, I'd love to see more diverse gender identities in Gameaverse. I'd love to see, like, all sorts of shit in Gameaverse, but I can't make a judgment on whether or not it has them yet, because, guys, we only got episode 1. Things can change. You're judging a show's representation on essentially the equivalent of the first 15 minutes of a movie. It's crazy. Like, this is just the intro, guys. But, like, yeah, Ross is, like, a decent dude. I'm sure he will include some stuff. Like, he's always been at least a trans ally. And I don't see him, like, actively being fat phobic or anything, so, like, I'm sure it probably just fucking missed their thought process. Oh, I know this series is gonna deliver on the muscle girls. Just you wait. Ross has some real freaks he knows. But yeah, like, that's kind of like the biggest thing. Also, there's this tweet that's getting hate, and, like, a lot of people without autism are making a lot of assumptions about autism, and a lot of autistic people are fucking playing like morality police and pushing their own experience with autism onto the collective of people with autism. It's really fucking annoying. I hate it so much. Everything surrounding Gobbles is the worst. I love that character, and I love what is going to happen with them probably, because I've been following it for a while, so I have some assumptions on some of the stuff that's going to happen in Gameoverse. I mean, I've been following it semi-regularly since 2017, so... But I got like really into like looking into it in around 2020 because everyone had a lot of time on their hands. But I'm very... The whole situation with Gameoverse... Can I just fucking talk about Digital Circus fans? I can't wait to get shot. Nah, Digital Circus fans are like 7. They can't operate a firearm. So... Digital Circus fans are the most annoying fucking people I've ever met. Or had the pleasure of witnessing. Because they got baby's first fucking... I have no mouth and I must scream, and suddenly they think they're fucking media literate. You watch one good show and now you think you're the arbiter of, like, quality. Hate that shit. And, like, Digital Circus is an exceptionally, in general... Well, it's specifically Digital Circus fans. If you look at the episode view counts on Digital Circus, it's way higher than everything else. Which means Glitch fans... There are Digital Circus fans, and then there are Glitch fans. They're allowed to be in their own category. Glitch fans I've met are generally pretty cool, because they watch other fucking shows. Like, Murder Drone's their next highest series. Episode 1 has less than half of the views of Digital Circus Episode 1. Like, the difference is so vast. Yeah, let me look real quick. Videos, search by popular. Sorry, the entirety of Murder Drones doesn't even compare to the viewership of Digital Circus. I misunderestimated a lot. So the pilot of Digital Circus has more than 5 times the views of the Murder Drones pilot, which is their next most popular series. There are ads for Digital Circus merch that have more views than, like, Murder Drones episodes. Like, it's bad, man. Like, Digital Circus is a different beast. It's not the same thing at all. Like, I actually really enjoyed Digital Circus. I think it's a well-made show. I have nothing against the show itself. I just think, like, guys, do something else with your life. Like, yeah, it's bad. Also, it does that thing that's extremely frustrating where, like, certain episodes of the show have way more views than, like, previous episodes of the show. Like, why does episode 6 have more views than episode 3? Guys, watch the whole fucking show. What's wrong with you? And you can see, like, the show does genuinely get better over time as well. Like, it's a good, well-made show. Digital Circus fans just need to fucking exist. Be human beings. I hope this gets out of my audience. Honestly, I would have so much fun if Digital Circus fans just started trying to dogpile me. Please take this clip out of context. But yeah, like, I think that the audience of Glitch has poisoned the well forever. And most of the people criticizing the show did not watch it, by the way, and just, like, parroted critiques of other people. Because when there are more people complaining about it than have watched the show, it becomes incredibly obvious. Because if the discourse surrounding it were really as like prevalent as it, then there would be more views on Gameaverse than Knights of Guinevere. And nobody talks about fucking Knights of Guinevere in the pilot when talking about the Gameaverse pilot, which I think is very telling because it is a kind of apt comparison point. Like, I think a lot of things about Knights of Guinevere Gameaverse could learn from. And I think there's a lot of stuff that it does well that nothing else on Glitch does. Like, just in general, it's a really shitty situation. And honestly... Like, I don't really know how to talk about it, like, in a general sense. Just the community surrounding this whole thing sucks. Like, dog, just let a fucking show exist. This isn't SAO. But, for annoying people who hate VisiPop, not my words, think about it. Well, okay, I'll take a slight tangent to VisiPop stuff. The issues with VisiPop's style have become more glaring in Has-Been's second season. Has-Been has a lot of issues. Like, a lot of really, really glaring problems. Especially with, like, some of the fucking rough, like, parallels that it draws in that second season. Swearing more than an Aussie? I don't mind the swearing, because, like, it's hell, whatever. Like, it fits the theme. I understand the... Like, Has-Been Hotel is very DeviantArt-core. It's where Gameaverse is very Newgrounds. Has-Been is very DeviantArt. That and like Wattpad. Which isn't like necessarily an issue. Like, I think it plays into the strengths of those places. But dog, the whole fucking Angel Dust subplot in the second season and the explanation for what was going on there is really rough. It's a very, very rough metaphor. Like, I don't want to get into the specifics of it, because it handles a lot of topics that are... uncomfortable and bad if not covered properly. But, the way it is addressed is not, it disrespects all the characters involved, I will say, is how I will put it. Because introducing mind control was not exactly the best way to handle that. Thanks for stopping by, Dreamcore Warlock. But, like... But, yeah, back to Gameaverse. So, my thoughts on the pilot. I'm finally fucking talking about it. An hour later, after I said I was going to talk about it. I said I was gonna fucking yap. I didn't fucking lie. We were never... there was never a promise of staying on topic. So, actually, since I'm properly talking about Gameaverse, I should add something to the screen. Where is it? There we go. Bodega. Bodega. Because we're talking about Gameaverse. By the way, this was the first Mexican meme of Gameaverse. Because they found out her name is Cat Bodega. So it's just Bodega. Let me adjust it to a more proper size so it's not like clipping it. Let me lower this. That seems good. Oh, I gotta bring it above the desk. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so let's talk about Gameaverse proper. I'm not gonna pull it up on stream because, I don't do React content. So... I am going to, like, pull it up for my own... hold on. Hold on, I'm just gonna mute it, just so I can scroll through. and double check so I can keep a good reference on it, because I didn't watch it right before this, which I probably should have. So a lot of people were complaining about the intro and the fact that the intro, they think that the trailer intro was a more fitting intro for the series than the intro we got, which the intro goes over like, oh, this is what happened to Kit and Caboodle's world. By the way, the character Jay Schlatt plays is called Caboodle. But the purpose of it being displayed, in my opinion, is because it becomes more relevant to other stuff in the plot. I think a lot of people who have the criticism of it's a bad intro forget the fact that there is a direct reference to the fact that later on there's a moment where, like, yeah, Kit sees a wife and a husband, and they're in front of a shop, and they have like similar builds, and she has like a PTSD flashback. But the thing people often miss about that scene is, dog, it's like the exact same format of the town. Like, the town's almost the exact fucking same. The reason why we got the intro the way we did is there's going to be a theme of possibly repeating assets at one point. Because there's been a lot of like structural similarities in how stuff was shown to us. And like, obviously, like the learning game that Gobbles comes from is a very different genre of game, so it's not going to be portrayed in the same way. Whereas I think it's I gotta get the name, because there is a name. There's like a title screen that they show for the game. I'm just real quick scooping through, just skimming. Oh yeah, there's the scene where I'll get back to that. Anyway, it's like the Flappers adventure game. Like I have a feeling that similar genres are going to have like sort of contrivance reuse, where they like show, hey, things are going to be extremely similar when we go to similar genres of games, because that's a function of the way the universe works. It seems like in this game. But there's also like a good deal of like so getting to the first, that's the first criticism. I think it does a very good job of setting everything up. I like the rival character of Malice. They have a fun design. I like that it inverts the Caboodle is the little guy thing, where the Malice is the big guy. That's fun. It's a very simple thing, but I like the fact that Malice is purple and Kit is yellow, because those are opposing colors on the spectrum. And it's a good use of color theory. There's also like the running. It's not really a theory. It's just sort of confirmed, where, yeah, Fold is kind of the information that all of the characters are getting to interfere with the events and cause the game completion events. Big Man is voicing a little guy, yeah. So, by the way, when I first saw the fucking trailer, for Gameaverse, and I heard goddamn Schlatt as Caboodle. I know a lot of people are complaining about that role choice because it's, oh, they just picked a famous person. No, Schlatt is perfect for Caboodle. The moment I saw Caboodle's design, I didn't know I needed Schlatt voicing him. I didn't know who was going to voice Caboodle, but Schlatt's perfect. He's literally the perfect character for that role. Oh, the perfect voice for that role. And he is a talented voice actor. Like, genuinely, he has done good work. I'm honestly hoping they use his vocal talents for singing at some point. It would be a waste to have Schlatt in a series and not have him sing, honestly. Because he has a really good singing voice. But yeah, I think he's a very, very good choice. Oh yeah, he has a whole Christmas album. You don't know about it? Yeah, like he has a Christmas album. It's on his channel. You just go find it. He also did a cover of Frank Sinatra's My Way because people were making AI covers of it. And put an AI cover of him doing it. And just to prove a point, he decided to sing it. And he did it so fucking well. But yeah, I do like the little like game animation details. Like whenever Kit is sitting in a chair, her tail clips through it, which is a fun little detail. That's just like a staple of video games. Really subtle use of CG that I didn't notice until I'm looking at still frames, honestly. Oh, wow. I didn't even notice Caboodle is CG in this scene. Wow. Yeah, so a element of Gameaverse that is pretty core to it is the whole thing where Kit and crew are helping the villains of the game to prevent the hero from reaching game completion, which game completion destroys the world. And unless you escape in some way, you die with your world. It's all gone. Whereas the villains of the show are attempting to help the hero reach game completion so they can harvest the materials for a plan that they have that we don't exactly know the full details of. But I suspect it has to do with, like, remaking old game worlds. By the way, love the fact that the enemies are called Syntax and their ship looks like a comma. Fun little joke there. Chris Sabat as Warwick is incredible, of course. He does so fucking well. Never mind a mountain, I live under a tectonic plate. Chris Sabat plays Vegeta, if you don't know. He's the English voice of Vegeta. But then we get introduced to the villain crew, which is Misinformation, Fold, and Warwick are the three main members of that group. Also, Malice is there, but we didn't really see anything of her. And Crab Girl, my beloved. But Misinformation is the annoying tutorial character, who is a villain because she's the annoying tutorial character. Fold is the tutorial pop-up in the fold of a sentient paper guy. He is voiced by Ross O'Donovan, Rubber Ross, the guy who made the series. Well, the lead director, showrunner. And Fold is just a nervous little... Yeah. And he's cunty as hell. I love him. Warwick we don't know anything about, but given the nature of the other two characters, I assume Warwick is a tutorial boss from his respective game. That's my running theory, as all of the characters in Syntax seem to be some sort of tutorial related character. And given that Misinformation and Fold are different styles of tutorial, where Misinformation is vocal, direct, annoying, Fold is direct, pop-up, but can be interacted with or skipped at your own pace. Warwick, I suspect, would be the diegetic, get the fuck in there and learn the game type boss. And tutorial, where there's no visual information on the screen other than what the boss is giving you. That's at least my running theory. I don't know if it's solid. I do love the little, the fucking, arcade shoot 'em up thing. There are so many references in this to shit that people watching this would have absolutely no connection to at all. Like, genuinely, half of the references in this goddamn show, no one would fucking know. I do like the little fucking Python, like, learn to code thing that the ship operates on. That's fun. But as someone who knows electronics and a little bit of coding, bro, this is the simplest electronics of all time. There's the scene where Kit changes costumes that everyone has been drawing a lot of video game character fan art of, and a lot of other art of. But the animation that goes along with it is actually very visually impressive. It's like so much just appealing animation principles. I also like the little detail that everyone has their own healing items from their respective games. Kit has her mustard hot dog. Fold has glue that he drinks. The ship has its own repairing, and it has the little healing icons that show up above it. I love how expressive all the characters are. Like, there's so much, like, you really have to pause and just look at individual frames, because when there is there's a lot of fucking framework in this show. Like, solid work with frames. Where is it? I'm just gonna turn it to 25% speed just so I can look at the individual frames here. Yeah, like even talking, there's just so much going on. Like unnecessary amounts of animation. Yeah, Caboodle has his batteries. But yeah, they go back to the town, and the town is structured basically the same as Kit's homeworld, and that's a cool little detail. A lot of, like, when the action actually starts going halfway through the episode, there's a lot of animation flexes. Just little things that are like high quality and just quick. Like blink and you miss it, little animation flexes. We learn about the concept that you can't tell, what's the name? Oh, Gameaverse. I'll link the pilot, in the channel real quick, so people can just watch it if they like. Yeah, it's like a 23-minute pilot, I think. Oh, 32-minute pilot. Jeez. A lot of fun pixel art work. I just love all of these, like, little designs, these little, like, bits that they have. The transformation sequence is so good. God, so much subtle shit that's incredible. And everyone's like, oh, the transformation sequence, it's over-sexualized. And it's like, guys, have you not watched fucking Sailor Moon? Have you not watched any fucking anime? Like, if that's sexualized, I don't want to hear you fucking watch Gurren Lagann. I do like the Monty tribute. So for those who don't know, Monty he passed away before even completing the show that he was the lead showrunner on RWBY. He passed away between the second and the third volumes releases during the production. So it was from an allergic reaction to medication during his routine heart surgery. So it was a surprise to everyone when it happened. I actually learned about RWBY and started watching it like right around the time it happened. So I have a very like different experience of that series where like I was watching volume 3 as it was coming out at the time, and my experience watching it was painted by that knowledge. And he was one of the biggest supporters of Ross's journey to make Gameaverse. it's really touching to see like his signature and the thing he would constantly espouse keep moving forward as impact frames in one of the like bigger animation moments of the show. But yeah. But I am excited to see more of Gameaverse. Oh, also there's the Starscream crown reference from fucking Transformers, if you guys watched the old ass show. Yeah, Erica Lindbeck plays... I want to give everyone their credit. Erica Lindbeck plays Kit. Jay Schlatt plays Caboodle. Aaron Hansen plays Gobbles and Flappers. Christopher Sabat plays Warwick. Ross O'Donovan plays Fold, one of the Coral Reef villagers, and his girlfriend Giwi plays one of them. Lisa Remold plays... Malice, and Elsie Lovelock plays Malice. I actually gotta look up who that is, because I may not be familiar with them. Elise. All right, she's worked on other Murder Drones projects. She was... Oh, she was in Iron Lung. I'll have to watch Iron Lung. I haven't watched it. Rose in Fire Emblem Shadows. Well, in Fire Emblem, because Shadows just includes a lot of characters. Uzi in Murder Drones. Oh, she's in fucking... Damn. Lucy in Zenless Zone Zero. I haven't played Zenless since like 1.0. I fucking dropped that game so quick. Man, she's in a lot of stuff. Oh, Scratch, the hot fucking goggles girl that everyone thirsts over is Amelie, apparently. Michael Cusack as Snappers. But yeah, I really, really love the outro. The outro is incredible. I also really like the Super Kit dress-up thing at the end. It's great. Just so much good stuff. Junie, yeah, that makes sense. Junie was an animator. That doesn't surprise me, honestly. Junie produced... So, if y'all are unfamiliar with Junie, Junie did the fucking bathroom fight from Jujutsu Kaisen. So, like, the best fight in that entire show? Yeah. They also did the best fight in the really shitty Ruby animated series that Studio Shaft made. They did a peak rendition of the food fight. Junie is the GOAT. They produce nothing but fucking bangers. But yeah, overall, I think I'm really excited for Gameverse. I'm excited for the bangers in the animation department that are going to happen, especially if Junie gets a couple more guest slots. Because you know they're going to be the best fights in the show if Junie's animating them. The best anything. They're crazy. Their blood is something else. But yeah. I think that Gameverse would be very... I think it has some interesting things it can explore. The biggest question right now is the where are they gonna draw the line? Because they're helping villains. That's like the thing they do. So when will a villain do something that is irredeemable? But the way the way Syntax operates, their whole goal is to create more game completion states, which is going to leave more displaced characters who don't have homes. Like, how much destruction are they willing to cause for their goal, and in the end, will it even ever be worth it? That's one of the fun questions that we have on the villain side. Like, I'm so excited to see what they do with it. I'm not expecting, like, fucking, like, high art here, but it has interesting things it wants to say. Like, the way... Video games is a very particular choice, guys. It's not a nothing thing. But yeah, I just wanted to get back into streaming for this week because I didn't want to like go into a stream and be completely like fucking locked out. Because I did just like go on a 2-week break effectively, well, like a full week break. But thank you guys for coming by. I think I'm gonna leave you guys here. I'm gonna check who I can raid. But thank you guys for coming by. Ooh, Astra's streaming. She's playing Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. So I will I'll send you guys over there. Bye-bye.